Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming on this beautiful Monday. We're very excited to be here. Welcome to everyone who's on the Zoom today. Thank you for joining us. My name is Michaela Wright. I'm the officer here at YWCA Mahoning Valley. And as a lot of you may know, our mission is eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. We strive to center our mission in the work we do in our different program areas. And when it comes to race equity and social justice, we seek ways to ensure people in our community can live with dignity. We also want to educate people from children to adults on relevant topics related to social justice. We often learn something new in that process too. We host these lunch and learns quarterly on different topics. And each year since 2019, YWCA has participated in the 21-day Racial Justice Challenge. It's an online challenge that has different themes from week to week. And one of those themes for this year's challenge that was in March and April was music. And so that's why we invited our speaker here today to discuss music and the current events surrounding its impact on protest movements. So we have Jenny Tullis here with us today. She's originally from Taylorville, Illinois, and completed her master's in music performance from Youngstown State University in the spring of 2023. Jenny also holds a bachelor's of music performance from Millikan University in Decatur, Illinois. And while her studies were centered around the saxophone, she began an interest in music research during her master's degree. Her research involves topics of social justice, protest music, media, and popular music. So we can just give a warm welcome to Jenny Tullis as she starts her presentation. Thank you.
Hi, thank you all for having me today. My name is Jenny Tullis, and today I will be presenting on the effects of modern media of the music of the Black Lives Matter movement. And before I begin, I would like to just say that I am white, and while I've researched this topic and will continue to learn about it, I will never truly understand the Black American experience. So to begin with music as resistance, it is a strength for the protest movement to utilize music, and it has been done so for centuries. World events have always been reflected in art, and artists often use their art to express their personal lives. Music is a universal, multicultural experience that can enrich understandings and worldviews between different people. It empowers the resistance by affirming beliefs and feelings and moves people into action. The Black Lives Matter movement was founded after the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murder. Their mission statement is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on Black communities by the state and vigilantes. By combating and countering acts of violence, creating space for Black imagination and innovation, and centering Black joy, we are winning immediate improvements in lives. The anger over racism and injustice since the dawn of Black Lives Matter has sparked a huge catalog of protest songs. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. But a direct precursor to Black Lives Matter music can be found in Billie Holiday's "Strange." This was a song about lynchings that Billie Holiday was forced to censor at a night of the media. It was banned and ignored by radio. So these performances were public's only chance to hear it. It's news spreading by word. This was the first time popular music became resistant. Previously, protest music was passed through oral tradition and the education of artists, often based on folk melodies or church tunes people already knew. No longer is popular music purely for entertainment. For many years, Black artists have used rap to express their emotion. Often these artists have been soul or R&B music as ways to honor their history and reflect. For example, the artist Rhapsody was Nina Simone's recording of Strange Fruit in her song Catalina, and Lamar Martinez's I Want You in the Bar Rock. Notable themes present in Black Lives Matter music are validating feelings, rifle retaliation where they are urging to take action, and wrongful manipulation. The practices then norms used as manipulative pressure before people of color, such as the Stop and Frisk program, no non-warrants, microaggressions, and racial profiling. Angela Mars, 2015 album was planned about the law, critique the institutionalized racism in the United States. The song already from the album unofficially became the movement's anthem towards the end of Barack Obama's presidency. Lamar's 2016 Grammy workshop performance alluded to the treatment of Black Americans in the United States prison system, Boston and Saturn. With the Grammys being a major on television, Lamar's performance reached an audience that might not have known to speak up for this political performance. Accessibility is really valuable to protesters. Janelle May created a protest song titled "Say Your Name," which is to be done in our protests. It is designed in a repetitive way to hand clap and yell at those individuals whose lives have been taken at the end of operation. Yes, so I have two videos of this song. The first one on the left is the studio recording multiple celebrities singing the song with Janelle Monáe, just so you understand the performance.
Say the name, keep flowing. Say the name, keep flowing. Say the name, keep flowing. Say the name.
All right, so now that we understand the form of that song, the next video I will play is this song being done at the Chicago. Janelle is there, and she will say, we have a mother, she's been born, Sandra Jones' mother. Yeah. So just to reiterate, what accessibility is in protest music. You do not have to be a trained musician to participate in that protest song. To continue, Beyonce's Lemonade album articulates the Black female experience. The song frequently describes police brutality, while the song Forward includes a video of mothers holding up pictures of their sons, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, and Michael Brown, whose deaths launched a movement. Beyonce's music video for the song Formation featured her on top of a sinking New Orleans pop rock, referencing how Hurricane Katrina ravaged Black communities. When Beyonce performed this song at the Super Bowl halftime show, she was singing about celebrating Black women surrounded by African gangsters and Black inspired vehicles. Similar to Lamar's radio performance, this reached an enormous audience that didn't send up her political message. But something that both of these performances reminded me of was Nina Simone's debut performance at Carnegie Hall singing Mississippi Goddamn. That song captured the anger Nina felt after hearing of intentional killings of Black people in 1963, including a church bombing in Alabama that killed 4 young girls. The white audience that Nina was performing in front of was not expecting a song like that. Mega famous artists like Beyonce can have such a big influence when they speak out politically, especially if they are not known that way from the start. They have enormous platforms to speak on and can reach huge audiences with their music, unlike strange groups. Also, it is bad business for radio to stop playing music of these big artists even after they speak out politically. While we know music ignites the movement, we can't forget how it can also help people emotionally. A journal in creativity and mental health found that counselors can sometimes use rap music to help validate the feelings of their clients. The Tupac song about police brutality resonated for one team, while an Erykah Badu song about being a young mother resonated with another. Validating emotions and improving the mental health of the Black community is also an act of resistance. But what differentiates the Black Lives Matter movement from past protest movements is how prevalent social media has become in the last decade. Social media has become a great tool for organizing and spreading information as a protest. Black Lives Matter did face pushback in the algorithm because users were able to report and remove their content, preventing their message from being spread. Another thing that hurt their spread of their message was the hashtag Blackout Tuesday in June 2020, which was when people posted plain Black photos with the hashtag Blackout Tuesday and the hashtag Black Lives Matter, which even if the hashtag Black Lives Matter was removed from that post, it is still archived within the hashtag. And so in the previous days before Blackout Tuesday, the hashtag Black Lives Matter was filled with useful information, and in the days after the Blackout Tuesday, it was flooded with all these plain Black photos that had no information and no caption. Social media has caused performative activism online, where people are engaging in the action just to save or boost their image rather than genuine investment. However, another strength in social media is that anyone can self-publish music. A user at Windstar created a song about policing in Black neighborhoods and it went viral. This user was able to get a song heard by many people without being backed by a record deal. And because it was created purely for educational reasons, there wasn't a need for any watering down of the content to make it more catchy for radio. And I will pull up that video. I'm going to take a few moments because you cannot embed TikTok into our.
Black men goes on these stories were staying out by raised front. And when trainers are under sharp so were staying out raised front. And all the students had to keep using our so shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Right, and as this song went viral, other musicians found it and collaborated with stitching the video to add more musical elements.
So staying out by raised and all the students had to keep using so shut up, shut up, shut up.
But another unfortunate outcome of today's media is the 24-hour news cycle. This news cycle focuses on the acceleration of content to catch your attention and episodic reporting or clickbait that doesn't always show the whole story rather than the message of the movement. Protest music has been used in the Black community since slavery. Protest music researcher Doria Linsky has a great quote that says, "The names are changing, but the messages aren't. You're still talking about police brutality and racism, you're just not talking about President Nixon." Pop culture and media play a large role in the public's response and absorption. Following To Pimp a Butterfly, Lamar released the album Damn, while met with acclaim, was also criticized for selling out to capitalism by writing less resistant songs. But it's not the duty of a Black artist to educate others through music. Beyonce's Lemonade album's response was flooded with accusations about her husband being unfaithful to her instead of the message about the Black female experience. Her message of history on Black love and families, others socialized not to stay together, became overshadowed. Lamar and Beyonce's fame helped spread the message in their music, but it also tarnished it because of the media's episodic reporting. Since Donald Trump's presidency, artists have been claimed to be outspoken, whereas the artists formerly known as the Dixie Chicks received death threats and had their careers ended in speaking out against President George W. Bush only 2 decades ago. Modern media is the key for younger generations to create social change. With the ability for anyone on social media to create a protest song, it promotes accessibility and how protest music was used decades ago, shared through oral tradition. Thank you.
We'll open this up for questions right now. If you have any questions for Jenny, thank you, Jenny, for that presentation. That was really awesome. If anyone has any, just shout them out.
If there are no immediate questions, I could add something and say that this is a few times now I've gotten to do this presentation. Well, first I should ask, is anyone here a musician? No? Okay, so a few times now I've gotten to do this presentation in front of crowds that aren't musicians. And something I've been asked is, why is music so important to protest and social change? And I think the answer to that was more obvious to me and my colleagues just because we are musicians. And the answer, I think, is that music allows this sort of emotional honesty that I don't think you get whenever you're just reading history and reading statistics and facts.
I do have a question / comment.
Yeah.
You mentioned when it comes to social media that people using the Black squares, that kind of like hidden information. But I was wondering if you could speak more to that, because a lot of people thought that they were a good thing, and that they were standing in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement, and even a lot of organizations posted that Black square, but I guess it did more harm than good.
Yeah, it did. From what I understand, it didn't need to be a blackout as in physically posting a blackout. It was meant to be a blackout of white organizations and white creators just blacking out their content and their business to allow Black creators and Black organizations to be more upfront in the cycle of information. Shortly after that, I don't remember the exact hashtag this was, but to try to fix that, spread with all the Black photos. I know that white creators would give their account to Black creators for the day so they can spread any message that they want with by having the access to all of the followers that a white creator did.
I see. Thank you. Any other questions?
I don't have a question, just to add to it. It was a about Black creators reclaiming credit because quite a few white creators and content creators actually take from Black creators and then they get to the platform and get updated. So it wasn't necessarily a solidarity thing as much as it was a credit for.
You're right, you're right. Yeah, that is something that is. I know that happens a lot in content, I know it happens a lot in the beauty industry, and it happens a lot in music too. The reason Black artists dub in that soul and R&B is because before rock and roll was made, Black people made rock and roll, and it started as a soul type of sound, and then all of these white people in Britain, like the Beatles, covered that music and changed it a bit, and so then these artists got forgotten about history. A lot of the Beatles' early music is covers, but people don't know that they're covers of Black artists, and it's really unfortunate.
So what can white people or people who aren't Black do to stand in solidarity in movements like Black Lives Matter? What can they do to show their support and not do harm?
Yeah. I think the most important part, I mean, I am white, and so I don't know if I have the best answer for this. I'm always going to make my own mistakes and learn from them myself. I think the most easy thing to do is educate yourself, listen to other people, and like we said earlier, allowing the space for the Black community to be the voices heard first, rather than you putting your voice on top of theirs. That's why I tried so hard in this presentation to not be about how I felt about this music or the movement and how I went through the past few years, but rather just what the artists were doing, what the groups are that organize through social media. So taking yourself out of the equation because it's not about you.
Thank you.
I just have a comment. This is just my opinion. I didn't, we all know music is universal, but I just think if we could just, like you said, listen to people, listen to it, I think we might even get to learn more about each other, in it, because most music is from the heart, it's from like different experiences each race has experienced. And I think through that, you'll get to know and the person, and then instead of seeing our differences, we'll be able to see how much more we are alike and different, to come together.
Yeah.
But again, that's just my opinion. And one of the reasons I feel like that is because even seeing small babies, they're so pure and everything, and it doesn't matter, with music with them. It's just amazing to see if we can get somewhere what they get. I think a whole lot of this, we wouldn't have a whole lot of this separation. And then again, we will be able to learn from each other more because, everybody's opinion, everybody has one, but, as we respect each other's opinion and even listen to it, we might can learn something. We probably can better ourselves better. I even think the systems, in the world, I think can even be, we could even be better, because of not one person has it. And I think, that's what we're here. Part of the reason we're here is to learn from each other. But again, that's just my.
No, you're exactly right. Yeah, I'd say just doing this research, I guess, to the songs over and the way I listen to music, I think I don't always get the lyrics, I hear the instrumentals parts more, and the rappers by a bit quicker. Reading what Lamar is rapping, you feel what he's feeling, and what he had to go through. And you're right about young kids and how music can impact all this. So it brings people together, and doesn't have to be It doesn't have to be a competition. It can be a very inviting space.
It's just something, when you hear. You hear big beaters, so there's like a bob or popping their fingers or jumping or bouncing or something to the music. Then everybody can hear something in that music that's just so feeling, this kind of peaceful, whatever it is, it's just something everybody's getting out of.
Anybody have any final thoughts? Thank you again, Jenny, for coming. If you haven't eaten already, there's still food left over there, and drink, we go for a while. Just again, want to thank, our attendees on Zoom and all of you for coming out today. We really strive to, like I said before, educate one another, educate ourselves on different topics related to social justice, and that's why we host some lunch and learns, and we host them at no charge. And we want to continue doing the micro class, but we do welcome donations. If you're willing to, there are QR codes on your tables. I can type in the chat for those of you who want to give. We had $21 for 21 days of the Racial Justice Challenge when that was going on. And that campaign still gives to our racial justice efforts. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Busy.